Well, dear students, good morning to you all. Today our topic is double entry system. It is the basics for accountancy. To maintain the books of journal and ledger, we have to be thorough in double entry system. Double entry system is a system under which every transaction is divided into two parts. One part is taken as debit and another part is taken as credit. Every business transaction is to be divided into two parts. One part is debit and another part is credit. The words debit and credit first introduced by Fra Luca Pacioli. He is an Italian. He introduced these words in his book which was published in 1494. Once again, double entry system is a system. It is a scientific and systematical system under which every transaction is split into two parts. One part is taken as debit and another part is credit. Debit is the word derived from debitum, a Latin word, which means due from. Receivable, to be received. Debit is the word derived from debitum, a Latin word, which means due from. We have to receive, to be received, not received, we have to receive. Understanding? Next, credit is the word derived from creditum, same a Latin word, which means we have to pay, due to be paid, payable. We have to pay. Now come to debit means I have to receive means I have to receive money from the students. I have to receive. Or I have a bank balance 1 lakh. I have to receive. They are all debits. What I have to receive. What I have to pay. I have to give service to the students. That is to be paid. I have to pay. That is credit. Understanding the meanings of the debit and credit. Once again, last and final. Debit means we have to receive. Credit means we have to pay. Based on these meanings, 3 rules are derived, which are called rules of debit and credit. These rules are also called as, are famous in the name of golden principles of accountancy. Golden principles of accountancy. Here, there are 3 rules. Number 1, personal accounts. My name is Sai. SBI, State Bank of India. Rent outstanding. These are personal accounts. Sai is a natural personal account. State Bank of India is an artificial personal account. Rent outstanding is a representative personal account. What is meant to a representative means we have to pay rent means to a particular person. I have to pay rent to the house owner. Man is there. I have to pay. That rent outstanding I have to pay it to a particular person, hence it is called representative personal account. Cleared? Once again, SAI is a natural personal account. State Bank of India is a artificial personal account. And rent outstanding, prepaid insurance, they are all called representative personal accounts. In this case, the rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Whoever receiving from us, he must be debited. Suppose I have given cell phone to a student. He is the receiver. He must be debited. Credit the giver. Whoever giving to us, he must be credited. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Number 2, real accounts. Real accounts are nothing but assets. Building, machine, furniture. These are all called real accounts. In the case of real accounts, rule is debit what comes, credit what goes. Suppose we have purchased a textbook. Textbook is coming. Debit what comes. So textbook is debit. I paid money from our pockets. Money is going out. It must be credited. Credit what goes out. Understanding or not once again? In the case of personal accounts, what is the rule? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. In the case of real accounts, debit what comes, credit what goes. Last and final, nominal accounts. Here, expenses and incomes are taken like rent, tax, insurance, lighting, salaries, phone bill, current bill, etc. All expenses and incomes. Here the rule is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Well, dear students, in the case of nominal accounts, debit all expenses and losses. Expense means whatever we paid to get something. Suppose I am paying phone bill means I used the phone to that network, I have to pay bill. That's why I am paying. It is an expense, not a loss. I lost my purse, it is a loss. No benefit is there, but we lost money. We paid money, that is called loss. So, in the case of nominal accounts, debit all expenses and losses. Here, credit all incomes and gains. Through my efforts, if I earn, we can say income. Unexpectedly, we got some benefits, so they are called gains. So, credit all incomes and gains. Once again, these rules are useful to maintain the books of accountancy under the WNT system. But meanings are this. What is debit means we have to receive. Credit means what I have to pay. What we have to pay. Based on that meanings only, rules are derived. These rules are utilized when you are maintaining books of accountancy. Now, under the WNT system, 2 books are maintained. One is journal and second is ledger. What maintained? Not 2 maintained, 2 books are maintained. 2 books are maintained. Here one is journal book and second is ledger book. Journal is the primary book. It is also called day book. It is the book of original entry. And entering journal entries in the journal book, that process is called recording. All the transactions, or whenever the transaction is happened, first you have to enter into the journal book, then it is to be posted into the ledger. First book is journal. It is the primary book, it is the day book, it is the book of original entry, and the process of entering transactions into journal is called recording. The transactions are recorded in the chronological order. Chronological order means date wise. Today date 9th. The transactions of today only recorded. Then you have to enter tomorrow transactions. So in such a way, date wise you have to record them. That is called chronological order. Now, what is the second book? Ledger. After entering all the transactions in the journal, again they are all entered in the ledger. Ledger is the secondary book. It is the book of accounts. The process of entering transactions into ledger is called posting. Entering the transactions in accounts is called posting. Here we have to follow not only chronological order and also analytical order. All the transactions related to a particular account, particular aspect, they are all entered in a particular place. That is only called account. Once again, journal and ledger, two books are maintained. These books are maintained according to these rules. Three rules we have to follow when we are entering the transactions in journal and ledger. Okay, clear?
2, 1.
Well, just I explained you about the rules of debit and credit and what is WNT system. Now I am going to certain transactions I have given here. They are all now entered into the journal. How to enter? The process I am explaining. Well, journal is the first book, it is the primary book. All these transactions we have to enter into the journal. Journal, there are 5 columns. Date column, particulars, ledger folio. LF means ledger folio. Debit, credit. There are 5 columns in the journal. Whenever a transaction happened, first we have to decide what is debited, what is credited. Here, when we started business, 50,000 cash is coming into our business. 50,000. Debit what comes? So 50,000 cash is coming, it must be debited. And it is given by the owner to the business. Owner, credit the giver. Instead of crediting owner, we have to credit the capital account. Capital account is nothing but owner's personal account. Clear? Once again. Here what is coming? 50,000 cash is coming. Debit what comes? So cash must be debited. It is given by the owner or proprietor. He must be credited. Instead of crediting his account, we are crediting to capital account. So now, debit is cash. First you have to write down debit aspect name, cash account. It is debit. And credit to cash capital account. Credit to capital account. This is called journal entry. Cash account is debit and credit to capital account. Or you can read cash account debtor to capital account. Cash account debtor to capital account. And we have to write down within brackets what? The narration. What it is called? Narration. Being capital introduced. Debit amount is 50,000 and credit also 50,000. Under the double entry system, for every debit, one credit is there. So here debit is cash account and credit is capital account. Why the cash debit to, why capital is credit to, I already explained. Cash is coming, that's why it is debit to. Credit the giver. Owner must be credited. Instead of crediting owner, we created to capital account. Now come to second one. Deposited money in the bank. When I deposited money in the bank, my money is going and it is received by bank. Debit the receiver, who is there? Debit the receiver. 20,000 cash is going, that's why it is credit. Credit what goes, that is credit. What is it? Here bank is debit. Why? Bank is the receiver, debit the receiver, bank account debit. And credit what is going? Cash. Cash must be credited. Bank account debit or bank account at all to cash account. Being cash deposited in bank. Well, dear students, you have to remember there are 6 rules. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit what comes, credit what goes. Debit expenses and losses, credit incomes and gains. Totally there are 6. Out of these 6, any 2 rules are applicable. Not always same type. That means debit the receiver, we immediately not credit the giver. In this transaction, which 2 parts are there and which should be debited and which should be credited, we have to decide. Take one more example here. Purchased furniture. Whenever we purchase furniture, chairs, tables, etc., whatever we purchase, it is coming, debit what comes. Furniture is coming. Our cash is going. Debit what comes, furniture must be debited. Credit what goes, cash must be credited. So furniture account is debit. Furniture account debit. To what is going? Cash. Cash account. This is coming. This is going. Being furniture purchased. $4,000. Debit 4,000 and credit 4,000. Understanding or not? First you have to read the transaction and you have to take 2 parts. Which is debit and credit, you have to decide. And then you can enter into the journal. Now come here, rent paid. Rent, we are using this premises for that compensation or consideration, we are paying rent to the owner. Rent paid is important. To whom it is paid, it is not important in the case of nominal account. Rent is important. To whom it is paid, not important. Salary paid. Either to typist or to steno or general manager, whoever may be. Salary is important, personal account is not important in the case of nominal accounts. So here rent paid. Rent is an expense. It must be debited. When I paid rent, my money is going. This cash is going. So it must be credited. Debit all expenses according to the nominal accounts rule. That's why rent is debited. Rent account debit. To cash account. Being rent paid. Debit 10,000, credit 10,000. Now last one here, received 5,000 from Mr. Kapi. I received 5,000 or we received. We means we have to think about business side, that only called business entity concept. We received money, don't say that fellow paid money. Our side only we have to think over. We received money, 5,000 means 5,000 is coming. Debit what comes. Cash must be debited. This is given by whom? Kapil. Credit the giver. Credit the giver. So, cash is coming 5,000 cash account debtor. Debit what comes? To Kapil account. Kapil is the giver. That's why credited. Being money received. Debit 5,000, credit 5,000. Once again, my dear students, last and final, we are under the WNT system. Under the WNT system, we have to maintain journal book as well as second ledger book. Now we are learning how to enter into the journal. Transactions are given to you. Whenever transactions are available, we have to make them. Every transaction should be divided into two parts. One part is debit, another part is credit. To decide which is debit and credit, you have to follow the rules of debit and credit, which are given 3 rules. They are only called golden principles of accountancy. That you must be perfect in that rules. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit what comes, credit what goes. Debit expenses and losses, credit incomes and gains. So, there are 6 rules. Any 2 are applicable here. Here we received money in the name of capital. So money is coming, debit what comes, capital is created. Capital account is nothing but owner's personal account. Create the giver, owner must be created. That's why we created to capital. Next year, we deposited money in the bank. Money is going, received by bank, debit the receiver, bank account debtor. My cash is going, that is great. Here, furniture is coming, cash is going. Debit what comes, furniture. Credit what goes, cash. Next, rent paid. Rent is an expenditure, it must be debited. To whom it is paid is not important, I already told it is most important. Rent paid to house owner. House owner is not important. Rent account only important. So rent is debit, it is an expense. Our cash is going. Next and last, here, cash coming from Kapil. Debit what comes? Cash. Kapil is the giver, credit the giver. So based on the rules, 100%, if you are perfect in rules, you can maintain journal book as well as ledger book, and the learning system of accountancy becomes easy once you are perfect in the rules of debit and credit. Clear or not? Tomorrow I will go through how to enter into the ledger accounts. See you all tomorrow.